Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Mulligan again. Today, we're going to review what we did, but we're going to both find uppercase and lowercase with those letters we're learning this week. I would like you to read with me, repeat after me, I can, find uppercase, and lowercase, letters. And I put in bold print right here this capital P, this capital A, this capital T, this capital P. It's my little title that I'm going to be saying over and over again. Pay attention to print. And I put 2 letters. Last time we did O. We're talking about the vocabulary today. We're talking about uppercase means the same thing as capital. Your teacher's going to use the vocabulary terms of uppercase and capital. They mean the same thing, but you need to know the language. It's very important you know that uppercase and capital mean the same thing. But you also need to know that lowercase means something different. Okay, lowercase means it's smaller. Most of the time, not always. Okay, it may be tall sometimes, but it looks a little smaller in size sometimes. So you have to pay attention not only to how tall it is, you have to pay attention to how small it is. You have to pay attention to how short it is, and you have to also look at how maybe wide it is. So you're paying attention to print. Print tells you a lot when we analyze it and we look at it. And you've got to really think about letters. That's why when we're doing things, I want you to keep using your pointer finger. Okay, and we're going to be comparing. So when I teach letters, I don't teach one at a time. Miss Mulligan believes that we have to go a little higher in analyzing. So I do kind of more rigor on that, but I also do kind of higher level thinking. So when you see it, you're not just looking at one letter, you're comparing two. Okay? And that's really important for our brain to see the difference. It's called discriminating. So I'm going to have you point. I have the letter P. Get your pointer finger out. 1 line down and around. 1 line down and around. Can you find the uppercase P? If you chose this one, you're right. Look how tall he is. Now can you find the lowercase P? Look at where I put my finger. This is the lowercase p. It's shorter, isn't it? Now, let's review our letters. Today, I'm going to be asking questions, and I'm going to change it around. So it's in an order right now, but the order is going to change according. You have to listen to my language, my vocabulary. When I say uppercase and capital, that means usually the bigger. When I say lowercase, that means usually the smaller. Not always, but it can. So, in these letters, that's the case. That's why I chose them. So when we're looking at the letter, what letter is this? Trace it. O. This is the O. The letter O. Okay? Now, look at both of those letters. I want you to point to the lowercase. Lowercase. If you chose this one, you are correct. It's lower. Okay, now we're going to go over here to the C. Let's trace it. Get your finger out. Curve around and stop. Curve around and stop. I would like you to find the lowercase c. Lowercase c. If you chose this one, you're right. It's shorter, isn't it? It's smaller. Lower. Lower meaning down. Lowercase. Shorter. What letter is this, everybody? Snake. Remember that? S. S. I would like you to point to the uppercase S. Uppercase S. Or capital S. Capital S. If you chose this one, you're right. Upper. Remember how we do that? Up to the sky. Up, up, up. Uppercase. Taller. Capital S. Now we have our P. Can you find the uppercase P? Watch Miss Mulligan. Uppercase P. Which one do you think is uppercase? Larger, bigger. If you pick this one, you're right. It's a little taller. It's uppercase capital P. Uppercase and capital mean the same thing. Let's look at the J. Miss Mulligan loves to jump. Jump, J. Now, which one is the lowercase J? Lower, lower, lower. Would it be this or this? If you pick this, you're right. Lowercase. See, it's not as tall, is it? Lowercase, it's smaller. Now, I'm going to mix them up a little bit. I'm going to have you try to find the letter, and I'm going to see if you can figure out from home which one it is, and then I'll ask you the question. Where's the uppercase? Where's the lowercase? Where's the capital? Everybody find the P. Is that the P? Is that the P? Is that the P? Is that the P? Or is that the P? You pick this one. That's the P. Find the uppercase capital P. Point to it at home. This is it. If you got this as uppercase, you're right. Uppercase capital P. Very good. Let's try another letter. Let's try the S, like the snake. Can you find the S? Can you find it for me? If you pick this one, you're right. S. Remember, it curves around. S. Which one is the lowercase s? Lower. If you pick this one, you're right. It's a little smaller, lowercase s. Very good. Where is the O? I like the O. Look at my mouth. O. See how it matches the letter? O. I'm making a circle with my mouth. That's the O. If you pick that, you are brilliant. You're right. Which one's the lowercase o? Lowercase o. If you pick this one, you're right. This is the uppercase. This is the lowercase o. It's smaller, isn't it? Shorter. Who can find the J? The J. Anybody? Jump rope, Miss Mulligan. I like to jump. This is the J. Who can find the capital J? Uppercase. Look at my hand. Uppercase J. Capital J. Which one? Which one do you think looks bigger? If you pick this one, you're right. That's the J, the uppercase capital J. Who can find the C? Reminds me of the word cat. C starts with cat. I don't know, but I think it kind of reminds me of the O, but there's a break. See that? There's the break right here. It almost looks like the O, curvy line, but it's got a little break. C. C. Which one is the lowercase c? Lowercase. Can you find it for me? You pick this one. You're right. Lowercase c. Lowercase. Lower. Lowercase c. Boys and girls, this is how we're going to be learning our letters. And we're not only just learning uppercase and capital. Miss Mulligan is teaching you letters at the same time. And so when I do teach letters, when we really zero in and target letters, You're going to be hearing me talk about them as we get moving into letters eventually. But I'm going to be doing a little bit with letters and might bring in sounds sometimes for those that are kind of moving up. So I differentiate. But our target is really about print. We have to pay attention to print. So, boys and girls, read what Miss Mulligan was teaching you today about. Repeat after me. Repeat means say it after me. I can. I can. Find uppercase. Find uppercase. And lowercase. Letters. Letters. Pay attention to print. Say that with me. Pay attention to print. Here's your exit slip. You see the P's? Who remembers that was a P? Raise your hand at home. Capital P, uppercase P, lowercase p. Exit slip for you at home. Your job is to point to the lowercase p. You pick this one, you're right. Lowercase, smaller. Okay. Boys and girls, I have one more last question for your exit slip. Go ahead and point to the uppercase capital P. If you pick this, you're right. See how tall it is? Uppercase, capital. Boys and girls, have a good day. Tomorrow we'll review again, and I'll be talking with you about some more letters. Have a great day.